Hello, my name is Warren Hastings. I was the first Governor General of Bengal. In this video, I will share details about myself and measures taken by me during my tenure, such as revenue reforms, judicial reforms, and the abolition of dual system executive. Well, I was told by gkmonk.com that I am very important for the aspirants of civil services, state PCS, RBI, banking, SSC examination, etc. Thus, guys, I'm here. So please pick up pen and paper and pay attention. Well, a brief introduction about myself would be like I became the first governor of presidency of Fort Williams in Bengal in 1772. I was promoted to a new post of first Governor General of Bengal in 1774 and I stayed there till I resigned in 1785. I belong to a very middle class kind of family back there in United Kingdoms. Later I started my career as a clerk in East India Company based at Calcutta in 1750. In 1758 I became the British resident at Murshidabad, the capital of Bengal, after Mir Jafar was installed as the Nawab after Battle of Plassey. During this term, First Anglo-Maratha War and the Second Anglo-Mysore War was fought. Also, the Regulating Act of 1773 was passed during this term. I also supported Sir William Jones in the formation of Asiatic Society of Bengal in 1785. Now, if you don't know what was in Regulating Act of 1773, let me tell you. Regulating Act of 1773 was passed by the British Parliament to control the territories of East India Company, majorly in Bengal. The act was passed due to the misgovernment of East India Company. Government had introduced a situation of bankruptcy and the government had to interfere with the affairs of the company. I must remind, when I say government, that means United Kingdom Crown. There were rumors in London that servants of the East India Company were getting wealthier while the company was on the verge of bankruptcy. Moreover, there was a terrible famine in Bengal where a huge population got perished. Dual form of administration instituted by Robert Clive was complex and drawing a lot of complaints. According to this dual system imposed by Robert Clive, the company had Diwani rights obtained at the Battle of Plassey in Bengal, and the Nawab had Nizamud rights, that is, the judicial and the policing right, as secured from the Mughal Empire. In reality, actually both the powers were vested with the company only, but the farmers and the general population suffered as their improvement was neglected, and the company was only concerned to maximizing their revenues. Further, the increased lawlessness in Bengal and around Bengal promoted goons and corruption and loots, which mostly affected the trade and business in and around Bengal. Plus, the defeat of the company against Mysore Hyder Ali in 1769. All of these were the major reasons behind Regulating Act of 1773. Now, let us see what were the provisions of Regulating Act. Then we'll see what all things I done in my tenure. The Act permitted the company to retain its territorial possession in India, but sought to regulate the activities and the functions of the company. It did not take over the power completely, hence, it was called the regulating. The Act provided for the appointment of Governor General along the four councillors in the presidency of Fort William, jointly called Governor General in Council. As per this, I, that is Warren Hastings, was appointed as the Governor General of Presidency of Fort William. The governor in the council at Madras and Bombay were brought under the control of Bengal, especially in the matters of foreign policy. Now, they could not wage war against Indian states without the Bengal's approval, and thus the company's directors were elected for a period of 5 years, and one fourth of them were to retire every year. Also, they could not be re-elected. This was done mostly to ensure that they could not be bribed during their tenure. The company directors were directed to make public all correspondence on revenue, civil, and military matters, and the Indian authorities were before the British authorities. The Supreme Court of Jurisdiction was established at Calcutta with Sir Elias Empley as the first Chief Justice. Now, one more thing must be noted that judges that came from England, they had criminal jurisdiction over British subjects only and not on Indian natives. Thus, what do you think I would have done in my tenure? Now let us see what all things, four or five major things that I did in my Indian tenure. First, abolition of dual system. As we talked earlier, I also abolished dual system that had been established by Mr. Robert Clive. In dual system, the company had Diwani rights, that was the right to collect revenue, and Nizam of India had the administrative authority. I abolished both of them. The Nawab annual allowance was 32 lakhs at that time before me, but when I came in, I reduced that to half to 16 lakh only. The annual tribute paid to Mughal emperor were also stopped. B. I also brought in some revenue reforms like the revenue collection, a board of revenue was set up at Calcutta. The treasury was moved from Murshidabad to Calcutta. Calcutta became the Bengal's capital in 1772. British collectors were appointed for each district, and accountant general was also appointed. Unreasonable fines were done away with, and restrictions were placed on raising of rents. Now let us come to judicial reforms. Judicial reforms at that time were very necessary and tricky as well. Necessary, as you know, there was corruption, there was loots, there were robberies, and tricky because India was secular at that time as well. Here, people of several other religions lived together, which is why the judicial system, which was exercised recently by the Jamindars, were now abolished, and the judicial system of Jamindars were now completely null and void. Civil and criminal courts were established. Two appellate courts were established at Calcutta, one for civil, that was named as Sadar Diwani Adalat, and one for criminal, it is Sadar Nizamat Adalat. But the criminal courts was to have an Indian judge. A Muslim were to be tried according to the laws in the Quran, and Hindus according to the laws of Hindus. Also, Code of Hindu Law prepared by Hindu Pandit were translated into English. I also came down heavily on dacoits in Bengal so that the goons free logistic and business can take prominence. Now, when we talk about trade, let us see what all trade regulations I imposed in India. I abolished the system of dastaks, which were misused by the company officials and traders earlier. I enforced a uniform tariff of 2.5% for Indian and foreign goods both. Also, I checked corruption. Private trade by company officials were restricted completely. So, this was the things I majorly did in India. If you liked my lecture on today's video, please do watch our next video, which will be about our next viceroys or governor generals and so on. Please do